All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm excited for today's deep dive.
Yeah, me too.
We're going to be looking at grant management,
Oh, very cool.
specifically something called the Odyssey Grant Management System.
Okay.
We found some marketing materials about it and thought, you know what? This would be fun to kind of,
Yeah, pick it apart.
pick it apart exactly. See what's going on in there, see
Yeah.
what we can learn.
Absolutely.
And obviously, is sales material.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, got to read between the lines a little bit, but that's what makes it fun.
Exactly. It's all about, figuring out how they're positioning themselves.
Exactly.
What are they trying to solve?
Yeah. What problem are they trying to solve?
Yeah.
And they start out right away with, streamlines your grant lifecycle and powerful automation platform. So, is grant management just a total nightmare?
Well, it can be for a lot of organizations.
Right.
And, they're definitely leaning into this idea
If
that
they can fix it.
they can fix it, that automation is the key.
Right.
Because if you think about it, you've got all these organizations dealing with tons of paperwork,
Oh, yeah?
multiple grants. You think nonprofits,
Oh, yeah.
universities managing all their research funding, even government agencies.
Right.
They all need help.
Yeah, so it makes sense that they would highlight the automation part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, can you really automate something as complex as grant management?
I think that's what they're trying to convince us of.
Okay.
But, a lot of the tasks can be automated.
Really?
Like a lot of the data entry, the reporting, even parts of the review process.
Interesting.
So, they also talk about their intuitive collaboration tools.
Right.
And I think that's a big part of this, too, because you need everyone to be on the same page.
Right. Everyone from the program staff to the finance people.
Absolutely. Even the funders themselves.
Oh, wow.
Everyone needs to be able to communicate effectively.
Yeah, so you're not like emailing spreadsheets back and forth.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, one of the features that stood out to me was role-based access controls.
Oh, yeah. What is that like? Giving everyone a key to only certain rooms in the grant data building or something?
That's a great way to put it. It's all about security and making sure that people only see the information they need to see.
Right.
So, the program officers can only access their applications.
Right.
The finance team has their own access to the budget information.
So no one's messing anything up accidentally.
Exactly, or even intentionally.
Right. That's a good point.
And then they also talk about workflow-enabled peer reviews and evaluations.
Oh, yeah. That sounds kind of interesting.
It is, and it's another area where automation can really make a difference.
Okay. How so?
Well, imagine you have a team and you're setting up some predefined criteria in Odyssey.
Yeah.
And then every application is scored objectively based on those criteria, no matter who submitted it.
So it's like a level playing field.
Exactly. It helps ensure fairness, and it streamlines the whole review process.
Right.
So you're not sifting through, stacks of paper applications.
Oh, man. I can picture that.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so one thing that really caught my eye was the extensive integration capabilities.
Oh, yeah. Integrations are huge.
But what kind of integrations are we talking about here?
Well, they don't go into specifics, but you can imagine connecting Odyssey with your accounting software.
Oh,
So you're not manually entering grant expenses anymore.
Makes sense.
Or think about your donor database talking to Odyssey so you can easily track which funders are supporting which projects.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's all about connecting the dots.
But does it make you a little nervous to rely on one system so heavily?
It's a valid concern.
Yeah, what if something goes wrong?
That's why it's always important to have backup plans and to make sure your data is secure.
Right.
But, the potential benefits are huge.
Like what?
Well, they talk about enhanced financial tracking.
Okay.
And I think that's a big one because you have real-time visibility into your grant spending.
So you can see where your money's going.
Exactly. You can spot patterns early on. Maybe you're overspending on one line item, and you can shift funds around to stay on track.
So it's about being proactive.
Exactly. Using the data to make informed decisions.
I like that.
Not just at the end of the grant cycle, but throughout the entire process.
Now, what about compliance optimization?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one, too.
It sounds great, but
Yeah.
how does automation actually reduce compliance risks?
Well, grant compliance can be really complicated.
Yeah, lots of regulations.
Exactly. And a lot of reporting requirements.
Right.
So an automated system like Odyssey can help you stay organized.
Okay.
Imagine Odyssey reminding you about deadlines.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Right. Flagging missing documents.
Yeah.
Even pre-populating reports based on your data.
Wow, so it's like having a compliance assistant.
Exactly. It takes a lot of the stress out of it.
Okay, I'm feeling better already.
Good.
Now, the last benefit they mentioned is efficiency improvement.
Ah, yes. Efficiency.
But what does that actually look like?
Well, it's not necessarily, sipping margaritas on the beach while the software does all the work.
Oh.
But it does mean freeing up your team from a lot of those tedious administrative tasks.
Okay.
So, your staff can spend less time on data entry and more time on what really matters.
Like what?
Developing strong programs, engaging with beneficiaries, and really demonstrating the impact of their work.
Yeah, that's the important stuff.
Exactly.
So it sounds like Odyssey's offering a pretty comprehensive solution
It seems that way.
if you're looking to improve your grant management.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to position themselves as the one-stop shop
Yeah.
for all your great needs.
And it makes me wonder what's next.
What do you mean?
I mean, if this is where we are now with grant management technology,
Right.
what innovations are we going to see in the future?
That's a great question.
Yeah, what's coming down the pipeline?
I don't know, but I'm excited to find out.
Me too. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this whole field evolves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And we'll see everyone next time. Bye.